Alright, so my car, a 1985 Mercedes-Benz W123 300D Turbo Diesel Sedan, received an award from Mercedes. Today, I'm going to be talking about exactly what award my car was granted. Then after that, I'm going to go ahead and unbox it. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and mount it on my car for the very first time and find out just how it looks on my car. Will it look good? Will it look bad? I don't know, but I'm very excited to find out. Let me tell y'all what. But exactly what award was my car granted? Well, as much as I say award, it's not really anything particularly unique or super special. For context, Mercedes offers awards to anybody with a Mercedes over a certain mileage. They call it a high mileage award. And since my Mercedes has just about almost 300,000 miles on the odometer, it is applicable for the lowest rung of the high mileage award, which is 250,000 kilometers or about 175,000 miles. And that is the award I have in this box right here. From what I know, the Mercedes high mileage awards go all the way up to, I think, 1 million kilometers or about 500,000 miles. They might even go up to 1 million miles as well. I'm not exactly sure, but they go up quite a ways without a doubt. Now that I've covered what award my car was granted, let's go ahead and take a look inside this box and see what I was given by Mercedes themselves. So let's go ahead and, well, get the box all opened up just like that. And we can see on the inside of the box, we have a very nice piece of paper. We have the award right here, and we also have a nice little booklet from Mercedes-Benz. This piece of paper just says the date I received the award, December 21st, 2023, and it just reads, "Dear Jacob, congratulations on joining the growing circle of Mercedes-Benz owners who own vehicles that have traveled far enough to qualify for the high mileage status. Such an achievement requires both an incredible vehicle." They're damn right, this is an incredible vehicle, if I do say so myself. But then they go on to say that it also requires a very special owner who is dedicated to maintaining the vehicle and whatnot. Building extraordinary automobiles has been our passion since the founding of our company over 125 years ago. Our customers' passion for driving and maintaining them has created a special legacy that is reinforced every time we celebrate a high mileage vehicle. Again, congratulations on your vehicle's achievement, and on behalf of Mercedes-Benz USA, I wish you more miles of pleasurable driving. Sincerely, Michael F. Coons, Mercedes-Benz Classic Center in Sandy Springs, Georgia. This is the little piece of paper that they gave me, which is a very nice read if I do say so myself. Of course, it's just a form letter, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Let's go ahead and put the form letter down on my car just under the box so it doesn't fly away. And now let's take a look at what's inside this little black book right here. We can see nothing on the back, but on the front, we get the old style Mercedes logo right there. And it just says Mercedes-Benz Classic right there as well. Getting it all opened up, we can see a very nice piece of paper on the inside with a lot of very cool photos. Some old Mercedes, that's like one from the 30s, I want to say. There's an old SL from, I want to say, like the 50s or 60s. These are some dudes, probably the founders of the company. I'm not exactly sure, but very nice, intricate, nice looking design, to say the least. Has the Mercedes-Benz old style logo right there as well as it is on the award. Just says Mercedes-Benz Classic High Mileage Award. 250,000 kilometers right there. For the model, of course, it's my car, my 1985 Mercedes-Benz W123 300D Turbo Diesel Sedan, which they wrote as a 1985 300D T to be precise. And they also wrote the VIN for my car as well, so this is verified. But I didn't want to showcase the VIN number for my car because that's trackable, so that is hidden information. I'm not showing what the VIN on my car is. And they also sent my full name and address right there as well, which I'm not showing to y'all. So I did have to censor a bunch in this package, that is for sure. But then under the censored VIN number, we get a, what looks like, actually, is this handwritten? No, it's just meant to look handwritten. It's not actually handwritten, but that's just printed on there. Michael F. Coons, manager, Mercedes-Benz Classic USA, Long Beach, California, which is a different place than right here, which is very interesting. Maybe that's just where Mercedes-Benz USA is, and maybe the Mercedes-Benz Classic is in California. I'm not exactly sure, but either way, very cool slip of paper to have received. Going to be having to add that to the maintenance collection for my car. Let's go ahead and close up the book now, and let's go ahead and take a look at the award itself. And to say the least, I think it looks fantastic. Lots of very nice silver details with the blue and the sort of beige as well. Let's go ahead and just put it back down right here so we can really take a look at it up close and personal, and so I can point at all the different details. Just says Mercedes right there, has a wreath or like laurel going along the sides, and then under that it just says Benz right there. Mercedes-Benz has the old style Mercedes logo right here on a background of silver that has a bunch of dots on it. Very, very, very nice texture, and these are all individual lines. And this entire award is also very nice, satisfyingly heavy metal as well, which I think feels fantastic. It really is a high quality, high mileage award. Under the design right here, we just get a little bottom piece with an embossed 250,000 kilometers right there in silver on a beige background. Of course, this piece will change depending on what mileage your car actually has, and this is a more modern Mercedes high mileage award than not. If my memory is correct, at least they used to make some slightly different styled ones. I've seen slightly different ones if I remember correctly. This is a more modern version, I will acknowledge, but either way, I do still love that they're using the old style Mercedes-Benz logo. That is the one on the front of my car, and overall it looks great to say the least. But where exactly am I supposed to mount my Mercedes-Benz high mileage award? Am I supposed to put it, if I can get it out of the box, am I supposed to put it like on my dash? Am I supposed to put it like on my door handle? No, none of that. I am supposed to put it in my grill, just like that, and it's gonna look like that or something along those lines once it's actually in. And that is where I'm supposed to put it. So I do think I should probably go ahead and get my hood popped so I can actually go ahead and mount my Mercedes-Benz high mileage award on my car for the very first time. Let's go ahead and get everything back in the box except for the award real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and just put this inside my car, and I'm just gonna put this piece of paper back in the box, and I'm just gonna try to close it up as much as I possibly can. But there we go, got the box. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw it in my car real quick, just like that. And now I'm gonna go ahead, pop my door, and pop the hood. Oh, ow, there we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab the high mileage award along with my little wrench set right here from Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight goated, for real, not gonna lie, I love Harbor Freight. And now I'm gonna go ahead and put my phone down, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pop my hood real quick. Hopefully you guys can see everything a little bit better than not. So this is just how I pop the hood, just like that. Easy peasy, no problem at all. I'm gonna go ahead and try to find a good place to put my phone so y'all can actually see what I'm doing properly and everything like that. I think what I need to do is I need to place it right about there, and then probably just put my phone up just a little bit. Hopefully that will work. Can y'all see everything just fine? I think y'all can. So what I need to do is I need to go ahead and mount my high mileage award on one of the fins in my grill. So the way they have it set up for mounting is they have two plastic pieces right here that I can squeeze these metal bars and get off just like that. And then there's two nuts right here as well that I can take off. And so what I need to do is I need to go ahead and take these nuts off. I'm just gonna go ahead and unscrew those with my hands real quick and try my best not to lose them. And then there's two nuts as well, or like not nuts, but washers. Oh, and there's a piece of paper. I'm gonna go ahead and just put that in my pocket just so I'm not littering. And these washers, these need to stay on there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get both of these nuts all off now, if I can. Go and just put that down on the ground. I know where I left it, so I'm not gonna be losing that. And get the other one off as well. Now what I need to go ahead and do is I need to take one of these plastic pieces and just put it back on. And I'm just gonna go and squeeze that and get it all the way down. Just like that, and I think that should work. That's a bit, I'm just gonna sit down. This is a bit wiggly. I might be doing this incorrectly. I should have probably looked up a tutorial on how to put the high mileage award on my car. In all honesty, I did not do that, but I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I am going to just put it through the fins. I'm gonna put this piece on the back, and then after that, I'm gonna put the nuts on the back of that. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. I know y'all are not gonna be able to see the details of me doing this, but we ball, you know what I'm saying, we ball. Let's go ahead and get it on my car for the very first time, and see if I can do this without losing any pieces, because if I lose any pieces, this is all a no-go for today. So I think I want to mount it. I've got a little bit of a hole in my fin. I think I'm going to mount it right where that hole is, just so people can't see it as easily. Just like that. Mount it just like that. And just make sure that doesn't come off. And I'm going to go ahead and take one of the bolts, and I'm just going to put it finger tight on for the moment. Try not to drop it into my engine bay, because that would... I would never find it. If I dropped it in my engine bay, I would never find it. All right, that's one on. It's not fully on yet, though. We're just gonna leave it as is for the moment. We're gonna go and do the other one now. Just like that. And there we go. Now, I just need to tighten it all up, and we are all good. Yeah, the piece right here, the 250,000 kilometer piece, that is still a bit wiggly. I need to figure out if there's some way I can get that to not be as wiggly. I'm not sure if there is. We will find out. Maybe I can just use leverage. And now, I'm gonna go ahead and take one of my Harbor Freight wrenches. I'm thinking it's probably a good idea to have it a little bit more than finger tight, because otherwise it might fall off. So I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my wrenches, and I'm gonna get it a little bit more than finger tight. I do want to make sure I don't tighten these too much, though, because if I tighten them too much, then I might end up breaking stuff. But the more I tighten it, the less this little piece right here wiggles, which is very good. All right, and there we go. Now that it's actually tightened, the 250,000 kilometer part of the badge no longer wants to wiggle around, which is absolutely perfect. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. There we go. And that is now far too tight for my fingers to undo. So we're gonna call that mission success. Go ahead and put my little wrench back. This is a 5/16 wrench, and this fits perfectly. I made sure I had the right wrenches with me before this video. But let's go ahead and now showcase just what the award looks like on my car now that I actually have it on. We can see overall it's looking pretty dang good. No complaints on my behalf. We're gonna have to take a look at it with the hood shut, of course. But this is just how it's mounted on my car. We can see we've got one plastic piece on the outside, just right there. And then on the inside, there is another plastic piece with the nuts right there and right there. And then these going on the, and then these kind of going back just a little while. And just taking a look, I'm kind of thinking I might actually want it higher up. Like, I put this on to cover up the broken fin. It is kind of off to the side as well. And I'm kind of thinking I might want it up there. Let's go ahead and just shut this, but not like fully shut it, and just take a look. Do I want it higher up? I kind of do. I kind of do, in all honesty. I kind of do want it higher up. I think it might look better on the second to the top level right there. So I might take it off and put it back on low key, because I feel like it would look better, and it is also a little bit off center as well. Yeah. I think it would look better up here. I think it would look better up here personally. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Yeah, let's go ahead and take it off and put it back on. Did all that work just to redo it? Ain't no biggie, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no biggie. And I think this time I'm gonna try to mount this on my airbox so y'all can see exactly what I'm doing. Just like that. I don't know if you guys can see very well, but I think you guys can. Try to show y'all a little bit of a little bit of a different angle this time. I guess I should have probably, before I tighten them up like all the way, I should have probably like looked and seen at exactly what it looks like on the car and whatnot. But I did not do that, and that is my bad. That is my mistake. It's a bad habit of myself. I get ahead of myself sometimes, you know. It'd be like that, but I'm not in any rush. I'd much rather take my time to get it looking as I want it to look than not take my time and be unhappy with how it looks. Oh, it's a very good thing that did not drop down into my engine bay and then get stuck there. Oh man, oh man. 10mm sockets be like, we're never coming out the bottom of your engine. That's just how it'll be with 10mm sockets for real, y'all. All right, there we go. There's one. Just gonna go ahead and get that one all the way off. Put that down on my car, and we're gonna go and get the other one off as well. But yeah, pretty easy installation process. I, for some reason, when I got this award, thought that it didn't come with any nuts or anything. It did come with nuts. I thought I would have to go to Lowe's. I, in fact, did not. I was very wrong. But I've had this award for about a year now because I thought I had to go to Lowe's and get nuts to put it on, when in fact I did not need to do that. It was my bad, I will acknowledge. But I'm not gonna lie, having waited a year to put this award on, the anticipation built up, and now I'm more excited to have it on than ever before. So not such a bad thing. All right. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and move it up. So I'm gonna move it up right there, I think. Just show y'all, I think right there is probably gonna be more to my personal preference. I'm just gonna close my hood just a little bit, just so we can get a better idea of how it's gonna look. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, I actually like that more. I was kind of thinking, put it down here, and I think some of that plastic came off onto, some of the plastic I think disintegrated onto my fins. I'm not sure. Or no, did that actually, oh, I tightened it so much that it made a mark on the fin. Oh, that's not very good. Oh well, these are like 40-year-old fins anyway. It is what it is. I'm not too stressed about it. But let's go ahead and put the high mileage award on once and for all. So I wanted it right here. There we go. There's one nut on, and we are now going to go ahead and handle the other one as well. Just finger tighten this one as well. Make sure it's all centered before I start really tightening with the wrench. Since I did somewhat damage the fin the last time I put it on, I am not going to tighten it as much as I did the first time. And we're just going to hope for the best and hope that it doesn't just like fly off or anything like that. But hopefully, even if one of the nuts comes off, not both of them come off. All right. That's not going anywhere. That is also pretty well centered. It's not quite exact. It seems no matter what, this plastic is kind of digging into the fins, which I don't know if it's supposed to do. I don't think it is. Maybe it is. I think that's probably how it does get mounted after all, so I think it is supposed to dig into them. Or wait, am I doing this all wrong? Wait, hold up. Because this fin, I feel like, oh, I don't know. I feel like I'm doing this wrong, low key. I should have really watched a YouTube tutorial before doing this, but I didn't. But I feel like the front piece is like supposed to go, well, no, it couldn't. Like physically, it couldn't do that. I don't know. Do I have it upside down? I don't know. I feel like Mercedes wouldn't design the high mileage award that's gonna like damage the fins of your car. I feel like they wouldn't do that. So I feel like I'm doing something wrong, but like maybe I'm not doing something wrong and it's just my car being old and the fins aren't actually supposed to get damaged. It's just my car being old. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna leave it as is for the moment and I'm just gonna look it up. Excuse me. And if I need to fix it, I can do that later. All right, there we go. I don't think that's moving. I think that's all good. It's pretty well centered. Can't complain, you know what I'm saying? Can't complain. The metal part is kind of digging into one of my fins as well. I don't know, I really do feel like I have this mounted wrong. I'm just gonna leave it as is for the moment because I need to look up a tutorial for this and I don't have any data to do that right now. So I'm just gonna leave it as is if I do end up changing the way the plastic is oriented or something like that kind of thing, it's not going to majorly change the look, so we're still getting a good idea of just how it's going to look today. But let's go ahead and put my wrench back real quick, and let's go ahead and now make sure the hood's going to shut properly, and let's take a look at just how everything, well, looks in just a moment. Go make sure everything's just going to shut properly. Nice. There we go. And that is it right there. Just make sure didn't hit anything with that. Doesn't look like it. Perfect. And overall, I gotta admit, I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. Let me show y'all. I gotta admit, does it look good? I do think it does. My Mercedes low-key be looking like it got like one of the like single tooth grills on or something like that kind of thing. It'd be looking good. It'd be looking like a Dr. Nefario or something like that kind of thing. Big baller stuff, you know what I'm saying? Big baller, Dr. Nefario? Big baller stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. Big baller stuff. It looks great if you ask me. No complaints on my behalf. 250,000 kilometers. Now, next up, I've just got to get my odometer working so I can get the next one up, which is, I think the next one up is either 300,000 miles or like 500,000 kilometers, which either way, my car is coming up on. I've just got to actually get my odometer working. But yeah, how does it look? Absolutely fantastic in my personal opinion. I think it looks great. It is a fantastic addition for the car, and I'm looking forward to having it on while I'm driving around now, because, you know, it's big pimping if you ask me. It's big pimping, flexing how many miles my car has, even though that's like half as many miles as my car has. I'm like, my car has almost 300,000 miles on it. 175,000 miles is like half of that. So I'm big pimping the miles that my car has had for many years. Big pimping, you know what I'm saying? No complaints on my behalf. I think it looks great. I'm gonna have to watch a YouTube tutorial to make sure I actually mounted it correctly. If I did not mount it correctly, I will have to do that on a future date. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch a YouTube video, make sure I did this properly, and yeah, no complaints on my behalf. I think it looks really good. Looks fantastic if you ask me. No complaints on my behalf, without a doubt. Very nice, classic design, matches the Mercedes-Benz logo right here. Oof. Looks good, looks good. That's my opinion at least. Well, I think that's just about all I had to say for today's video. I think before the end of the video, I'm gonna go and grab myself a little bit of a screenshot. You know, I gotta grab a thumbnail with the award for the video. So let's go ahead and just back up, do that real quick. There we go. Something along those lines. Hopefully one of those screenshots will do as a thumbnail for this video. We will find out. As said, at a later point, I'm gonna go ahead and look up how I'm actually supposed to install the high mileage award to make sure I actually did it properly. Did I do it properly? Did I not? I'll leave a comment updating y'all. Y'all appreciate it. I think they just said, like your car. It looked like they were having a fun time. Bet they were day drinking in the public park, you know what I'm saying? Big baller moves. But what was I about to say? I can't remember exactly what I was about to say. I got a little bit distracted. Oh yeah, I'll have to leave a comment on this video updating y'all as to whether I put the high mileage award on correct or incorrectly, and I'll have to let y'all know if I have fixed it as of the point I wrote that comment. Some words a little bit jumbled up. I think I need a sip of water low-key, but it ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no big deal. Let me know in the comments down below just how you guys think this award looks. Does it look good? Does it look bad in your personal opinion? Personally, I think it looks fantastic on the car. No complaints on my behalf. Most certainly going to be leaving it on there. I like it quite a bit without a doubt. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of it. But hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video today, where I talked about how and why and what award my car, my 1985 Mercedes-Benz W123 300D Turbo Diesel Sedan received from Mercedes. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video where I installed the high mileage award that my car got from Mercedes. If you guys have enjoyed watching this video, of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. box, and my other channels all in the description down below. Go check them all out. Although I said P.O. box, my P.O. box is actually closed by the time this video will be up. So I've got my website down in the description down below, but no need to worry about that. Just go check out my website, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Till the next one, stay safe and peace, and have a great one. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying?